Hello, my air signs, Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. Today's reading will be focusing on those of you who are going through a connection with challenges, separations. You guys are more than likely at a distance. Let's take a look and see what the shadow aspects are of that connection. What's up with the challenges that's going on between you and your person, whoever it is that you're focused on. This is a general reading as usual, and it's not going to resonate with every single person. So please do take from this reading whatever makes sense for you and let the rest go. If you're interested in your own personal private reading at this time, all of that information is down below in the description box, and I'll include a link of all of the card decks that are used for this reading. All right, guys? So what I have in front of me are the two card decks that we're going to be pulling messages from initially, which is the Twin Flame Shadows deck by Mystic Moon. And this is a new deck that I've received from Angelic Revelation 144. It's called Divine Domestic, Soul Connections, Challenged Relationship Messages. So let's get right into it and let's take a look and see what's the problem. You know, it'll give us a better understanding of what's happening in your connection here. What's in the shadows when it comes to your person? What are the challenges? Why are you guys going through this difficult journey in your connection? And it does not have to be a twin flame connection. That's just the name of the card deck. All right, guys? All right, so for whoever needs these messages for my air signs, Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini, angels and spirit guides, whoever it is that you're focused on for this reading, if this resonates, let's go ahead and take a look and see what are the darker aspects of their character, the connection, their energy. We have escapist coming through here. So this is somebody who tends to run away from situations when things aren't going the way they're wanting, if they feel backed up against the wall, or that they're forced to make choices or changes that maybe they're just not ready for. This could also be somebody who's just really bad at commitment. They want to just escape. They don't want to be tied down or settled down. We do have superficial coming through here. Part of that superficial energy, it's tapped into a person who's only interested in how they and others appear. And in a relationship, it's typically two people that engage in very limited activities together. You guys could certainly be connecting on a physical connection, the intimacy in that way, but as far as taking this any further into a more committed level of commitment or sharing things with this person or taking things to the next level by way of a long-term commitment, it's coming through as superficial because more than likely that's what they're trying to run away from because they're not interested in that. And that's why we've got this unstable energy coming up next. This connection could have been built on a very unstable foundation, which is why this is coming through. Perhaps you already know that, which is why your connection is more than likely either in separation right now, or you guys might be arguing a lot, just going through some major challenges in the relationship. You might also be dealing with somebody that this could be a part of their character if they're just too judgmental with you. You know, it's almost like nothing you do is ever good enough, and that contributes to the arguments, and you guys are just butting heads and just not agreeing. Just very judgmental energy from that. And then we have this disconnected energy. You guys are not seeing eye to eye. You're not on the same page at this time, which is contributing to the shadows that are represented in the connection. And then we've got this robotic energy, somebody that's just going through the motions. And, you know, when you guys are having conversations, they might even just sound monotone, like it's just an automatic response without even thinking about how they sound or what it is that they're saying when they speak to you. It's just very robotic. And in their heart space, they could also be very mechanical, and it's just very cold in their vibe of what's in there emotionally when it comes to the partnership and the connection. So that could be contributing to the challenges and why you guys are going through this distance more than likely at this time. So let's grab some messages from the Divine Domestic Soul Connections deck and take from these messages whichever one, of course, you're guided towards for your particular scenario. We'll grab a few from here, and then we'll grab some clarification from tarot to see why things are the way they are right now. So angels and spirit guides for my air signs, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. For whoever needs these messages tied into these challenges, distance, separation, and these shadows that have presented themselves. What's going on here? Wow, okay. That first message says, I can't believe how much time we wasted on bullshit. We'll grab the same amount of cards that came forward from the shadow deck. So this particular deck tends to definitely address the challenges. Angels and spirit guides for Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. Okay, let's grab this bottom of the deck. All right, and this deck can contain profanity, so please do keep that in mind. So let's see what else is contributing to the challenges here between you and your person, guys. Let's take a look at that. Okay, the first message, being one with you intimately is home to me. I desire to be one with you and home with you. The thought of another being one with you kills me. Darling, you are mine. Okay, so this could be you feeling this way. This could be this person coming through with that message. You know, it's like you're not interested in anybody else. You want this person that you're focused on for this reading. But if you guys are disconnected and if they're running away from that, you know, letting you know, it's like, look, I'm not ready to settle down. I don't want to share a home with you. I don't want to move in with you. I don't want to be yours, you know, however way that's presenting itself in your connection. It's almost like you want them, but they're coming through here, letting you know, it's like, I don't want to be tied down. And as this card reads, I can't believe how much time we wasted on bullshit. You know, this is time wasted arguing, time wasted on the nonsense and the bickering and being nitpicky with each other, being judgmental with each other, rather than focusing on the love, the connection, what brought you guys together to begin with. Next one, I am at a breaking point right now because you apologize. However, you continue to make the same mistakes. This has become a toxic behavior that needs addressing if you want this relationship to work. It's almost like they're very robotic with their apologies. They do something shitty, and then the next thing you know, they're coming forward with an apology. And the next thing you know, they're back to doing shitty things. So yeah, for some of you, if you resonate with that, the same mistakes, it's like a never-ending cycle, that hamster wheel of mistakes. And so it has created this very toxic connection between the two of you. And it's really all in a nutshell right here. If you guys are to work through the challenges together, then absolutely you can work on building up the relationship. But if it's lopsided, if one person is just putting in all the effort and the other one is just wanting to run away from the challenges that are overwhelming this connection, then that's an issue. Next message, it drives me crazy when you behave like a spoiled child who takes my love for granted. Yes, I love you unconditionally, but I'm not your parent, and quite frankly, your behavior takes the piss at times. You need to act like an adult for our relationship to work. So some of you guys might be dealing with somebody who's just very immature. That literal spoiled child mentality and behavior. And if you do feel, and if you resonate with this particular one, to where they're just taking you for granted, it's almost like you're the parent, they're the spoiled child, and you're just constantly having to come at them with that type of behavior on your end, because it makes you feel like you're dealing with a child, literally. So yeah, your person just needs to do a little bit more maturing and to be able to meet you halfway. And for some of you guys resonating with this particular message, there might even be quite a huge age gap between you and your person, if that applies. All right, let's move on to the next one. Why is the best fruit always forbidden? Damn, I know that we shouldn't, but I just can't resist you. The magnetic pull is too intense in your presence. I just can't stop myself. So, some of you guys might be dealing with a third-party situation, pursuing somebody that you know is off limits, that is forbidden, but you're just really drawn to this person. But right now you guys are disconnected for a reason. And part of that reason is that this person might already be attached to somebody else. We do have that escapist card coming through here. I feel for some of you guys, the person that you're focused on, if you resonate with this particular one, that forbidden energy in the connection, your person had to detach from you because they needed to, especially if they were already in another relationship. That doesn't, of course, tell us if they're happy in that relationship or if they're just sticking around as a result of just trying to do the right thing. And this basically represents lines that were crossed. And perhaps for my air signs resonating with this, you cross the line. There's that magnetic pull though. So you're still thinking about this person despite not being able to be with them, which is contributing to that unstable energy. Okay, so the last one. This one's pretty intense. It says, you fuck someone else and your soul comes to make love to me. I know when you are with someone else and this just makes me feel heartbroken, you should be making love to me. So there's more of that deceptive energy and third parties that are tied into that connection. You know, and basically if you resonate with this one, you're telling your person, it's like, look, you should be with me. You should be sharing those intimate moments with me and stop fucking around with somebody else. So, wow, some deep stuff right there. So let's add to this, guys, and let's take a look and see what else needs to come through with the tarot messages. So let's add to that. This is the palette deck by Biadora of Eat, Read, Love. Angels and spirit guides for my air signs, Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. All right. What else do we need to know? For this connection, we do have the Knight of Swords. Swords is air, so this is your own vibe coming through here. The Knight of Swords could certainly be very opinionated, coming in pretty fast, tends to make hasty decisions here. And the Knight of Swords is very action-oriented, very impulsive. You know, they tend to be very tough and ambitious. They know what it is that they want. They go after it with that laser-focused determination. If you resonate with this for yourself, you're coming through as that Knight of Swords energy. And if this is the person that you're wanting, you know that they are the one for you, but they're running away, they're wanting to escape. That's part of the challenge. And it's interesting how it's falling right below this message. Being one with you intimately is home to me. I desire to be one with you and home with you. Thought of another being one with you kills me. Darling, you are mine. If you resonate with that for yourself and that's how you see this person, part of the challenge here for some of you guys is that they don't want to settle down. They're too busy escaping. We do have the Ace of Cups here though, beautiful energy, and then we've got the Wheel of Fortune. So two amazing cards right next to each other. That Ace of Cups is water. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces for some of you resonating with that. And then we've got the Wheel of Fortune right next to it, which is another amazing card picking up off of fire energy. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius for some of you guys. This is good luck and change coming through here. So if it's unstable for now, the Wheel of Fortune is coming through to let you know that there might be some changes that are going to be coming in for this connection that's in challenge right now. The Ace of Cups, another beautiful energy because there's a potential for a new beginning here. But ultimately, there's work that needs to be done on your end because you need to be able to fill that cup of love for yourself. The love starts with you, to be able to love yourself enough to know when it's time to walk away from somebody that's no longer serving a purpose in your life, or time to walk away from somebody that's just too busy running away from you and towards somebody else if there are third-party involvements there. So it starts with you. And once you are able to fill your own cup of love to the point where it's overflowing, that's the time for you to be able to offer that cup of love to the person that, first of all, you want to be able to share your life with that individual, but it has to be mutual. You can't be dealing with somebody who's running away from you and creating this very disconnected and unstable foundation for the connection. But with the Wheel of Fortune right next to that, it's amazing because it's a cycle of change and success. Good karma, and that even if you guys are going through this very challenging time, ultimately the Wheel of Fortune is letting you know that anything's possible here. You might just get that miracle that you've been hoping for and praying for, regardless of all of these challenges that are presenting itself here. You know, it's almost like, enough with the BS. Let's be together and just love each other already. Haven't we been through enough bullshit? Let's stop that part of the interaction and just come back towards each other and be happy and love one another. You know, instead of just going through the motions, this robotic going through the motions energy, and being able to bring your connection back to life. We do have the Nine of Swords, so this is more of your own vibe right here, guys. More air energy with that Swords card. So the Nine of Swords is depression, it's despair, it's anxiety. It's feeling hopeless or having gone through something painful or traumatic, but it's definitely tied into the energy of anxiety, which is understandable if you're dealing with somebody coming through with all of these shadows right here. You know? And if you are dealing with somebody who's just too immature to even appreciate the love, the connection that the two of you share. So this individual might need to just gain some wisdom and live a little bit more life and mature a bit in their mentality to be able to stop running and feel more connected in the relationship. And if there are third-party involvements here, that needs to phase out as well. We do have the Two of Coins, which is the Two of Pentacles here, so we have more earth energy. Or is that the first time earth is coming through here? Yeah, it is. So Pentacles, Earth, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. This is the need for balance here. The Two of Coins is about juggling things, people, opportunities. Makes sense, you know, because it is falling right below disconnected and the forbidden card right here. Why is the best fruit always forbidden? And perhaps, my air sign, if you resonate with this, and this is not for everyone, but this is just what I'm picking up for some of you, where you have more than one option in love and romance, and you might be connected with somebody else at this point, but there's somebody else that you're still feeling this magnetic pull towards. And part of the reason why you guys are disconnected is because they're attached to somebody else. But we do have the Six of Wands coming through. Fire energy once again. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. So with the Six of Wands, it's a beautiful card because it's success and victory, which is letting me know here that despite all of the drama, all of the issues that are coming through for you and your person, there's still the possibility that you guys can be very successful in this connection. There's still a chance that you guys can work this out. It's not impossible. Let's add to this with the Sacred Healing Journey. This is by Angelic Revelation 144, and this is a brand new deck that has been gifted to me. Thank you so very much. I absolutely love this deck. So let's grab some guidance from here. And as always, take whichever one you're guided towards. What else do we need to know for these relationships, these connections, for whoever needs it at this time? Peace offer, look at that. Forgiveness and acceptance. So what I'm picking up here, guys, is your person, when they're ready to stop running, when they finally wake up to what it is that they're running away from or what they're going to be missing out on if they don't get their act together, is that they're going to lose you. So this peace offer is coming through with the need for forgiveness, the desire for forgiveness and acceptance. So perhaps they're wanting to apologize to you and they're ready to commit. They've grown up, they've matured. Third-party involvements may have been cut off. But that's a great card coming through here. I just feel that those of you resonating with this, it's been a bit of a difficult road between you and your person because of all of these challenges. And ultimately, you can't force somebody to learn lessons. You can't force somebody to apologize to you. If it's just not something that they want to do, they're not going to do it. And I feel for those of you that are going to be receiving this gift, that peace offering from your person, it's going to move this relationship to the next level, to where you can be victorious, to where you can be happy and let go of all of this darkness and shadows and challenges that are represented here. We do have sad energy though, which is understandable. It's making you feel very unhappy that for some of you, you're dealing with somebody that's trying to run away from the connection. So of course it makes you sad. That's totally understandable because you guys have been through a lot. A lot. Now, for some of you guys, I do realize from this particular message, and it's falling right below unstable, and it does say I am at a breaking point right now because you apologize. However, you continue to make the same mistakes. And for some of you, that might be what this peace offer is. It's like yet another apology, yet another peace offering to apologize. If they haven't learned anything, if it's just another mistake that they want forgiveness for, it falls on your lap to be able to put your foot down and say, enough. You know, you can be victorious and happy and successful on your own if they don't get their act together. We have maze coming through as well, going around in circles. Yep. Same mistakes over and over again. Whether that is tied into forbidden third-party situations or somebody who's just really immature and somebody who can't get their act together if they keep running away from responsibilities or the relationship. That's what this maze is about, just going around in circles and you're not actually getting to any sort of destination that's worth the trip. So if you resonate with that, it's up to you when it's time to get off that ride, you know. And we do have that Wheel of Fortune right there, which is also going around in circles, but this time it's falling in your favor. So you don't have to put up with anyone's nonsense if you don't want to. Because part of this energy of disconnectedness is knowing when it's time to walk away also, as well as escapist. That could be you too. And sometimes when things just are not working out, it's not working out, period. And it's time to go. Sometimes that in itself is a blessing in disguise when you finally take that first step to just go and switch directions. Find another love. Find another love story. If this one isn't working for you, there are other love stories that you can have in your lifetime. Look at this next card. We have reflection coming through here. You mirror each other. That for me is that twin flame card, a mirror soul. So by switching directions, by going in another direction, possibly letting this connection go if it truly isn't working for you, you might actually find the one that you're meant to be with. Now, of course, for those of you that are able to make this work and create progress and collaboration, work as a team to make this work together to salvage the partnership, this can apply to you too. Because for whoever this is resonating with, you might already know or feel that this person is your twin flame. We can have so many soulmates in our lifetime, guys, but you can only find that one special twin flame. And not all of us are blessed to be able to find that person. But if you are, if you've found them, sometimes twin flames have to go into separation and go through challenging journeys separately and work through whatever lessons are tied into that journey to come back towards each other. So if that's what you're resonating with, if you guys are twin flames in separation, going through all this drama, that's because there are lessons tied into this. We have loyalty coming up next. Devoted, protective, best friend. And perhaps that's all you're wanting from this person, is their loyalty, their love, their dedication. Not someone who's stepping out on the connection and fucking around with other people and entering into forbidden relationships, third-party situations. You just want somebody who can dedicate their time, their love, their energy, their heart to you. And maybe there's somebody out there that you're focused on for this reading that considers you a best friend and you consider them a best friend, but right now things are being challenged. And if they can actually do the work on themselves, and if there's work that you need to do on yourself too, maybe it just comes down to timing and coming back towards each other at the right time so that you guys are ready for the next chapter of your love story, to be able to devote time and energy towards making it work this time. And I feel for some of you guys, you've expressed this to each other. It's like, look, you're my best friend. You know, stop being an ass. Like, stop being a jerk and stop doing all this fucked up stuff. And sometimes best friends argue, and sometimes best friends go their separate ways, you know. So it really depends on how this is playing out for you. But I do feel ultimately, with the Wheel of Fortune, the Ace of Cups, this beautiful energy of the Six of Wands, there's a potential truly that you guys can overcome this. Positive thinking. Sunshine after the rain. You guys have been through a storm. Some of you might have even been through a tower moment here. Something painful that hurt you, that broke your heart when it comes to this person. You know, so it's quite understandable why we have this sad card being represented right here. But if you come from a place of love, a place of positive thinking and energy, if that's what you're putting out there, then you have the capability of bringing that back to you. The sun will come out again, guys, when it comes to this partnership. If that's truly what you're wanting, is to work through this And if you firmly believe in your heart space that regardless of the challenges that's coming through here, you guys can work it out, you just might. That Wheel of Fortune is falling in your favor. Okay, so let's add to this with some romance angels here. Let's see what else needs to come through. Angels and spirit guides, please, for my air signs, Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. For whoever needs these messages at this time, let's take a look and see. When it comes to this connection, what else do we need to know? That there's chemistry, first and foremost. There's that strong magnetic attraction. We already know that, you know, especially from this particular card. Why is the best fruit always forbidden? Damn, I know that we shouldn't, but I just can't resist you. The magnetic pull is too intense in your presence. I just can't stop myself. There's that magnetic pull. There's that chemistry there. I feel, regardless of which situation you resonate with here, you're here focused on this person because the chemistry is there. Or certainly at one point in time, the chemistry is what brought you guys together. The goal here, ultimately, if you're open to it, and if your person is open to it, is to bring you guys back together. If that's what you're wanting. And look at the next card. We do have reconciliation. So, I have a feeling they will be back. They might be trying to run for now, trying to escape the situation, but, you know, just hang in there. They might eventually come towards you with that peace offering, an apology, and an offer of this reconciliation. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance, and that's already coming through here. 2 cards talking about positive thinking. That sunshine will come out after the rain, after the storm has passed. I feel you guys have already been through the storm. That's why all of these challenges are being represented here. We do have make the effort. This is something that you both need to do, is to make the effort towards bringing this connection back together and taking it to the next level, getting past whatever drama has been going on in this connection. And ultimately, for my air signs, you need to realize this, that you deserve love. You are a lovable person. It's gonna be okay. It's all gonna work itself out in the way that it is meant to. And in this particular card, we do have Cupid's arrow that's represented right there, especially if you happen to be feminine tuning in. You are behind that arrow. Who is the masculine that you're interested in shooting that arrow towards? And I have a feeling they'll be back. That is what I'm picking up from that. All right, guys, so let's add some additional dialogue here. So I'm going to go ahead and pull from Angelic Revelation 144's other dialogue deck, which I love. I've been using this one quite a bit, and I love the messages that come forward from this particular deck. So focusing on your person, let's see what it is that they want to say to you now. Moving towards the next phase of this connection. You've already been through the difficult situation that you guys are being challenged by, I feel, or it's in the process of phasing out, because there is certainly the desire to reconcile here and come back together. Wheel of Fortune is helping you to achieve that. So let's take a look and see what it is that, especially your person, what is it that they want to say to you at this point? And you might even resonate with some of these messages for yourself, what it is that you want to say to them. So we'll grab a few from here, and as always, take what resonates. All right, let's grab the bottom of the deck. Let's take a look. All right, guys. First message. Walking away from you was the hardest thing I have ever done in my life, and it's my biggest regret. You see? So they may have walked away. Maybe they weren't ready to commit before, or they just weren't ready to come towards you with commitment or to just give their all towards the commitment and the connection. And it's one of their biggest regrets. And maybe you needed to know that. Next message. You are my daily motivation. Your soul, the essence of who you are, inspires me and helps me navigate the path of life. Our love will never die because true love lasts forever. Another beautiful message. So you're definitely a motivation to this person. The chemistry is still here. It hasn't been an easy journey, but I do feel you guys can overcome the challenges that are presenting itself here. It might be unstable for now, but with the Wheel of Fortune and the Ace of Cups being represented here with that new beginning and the opportunity to come back together and overcome the difficulties of this connection, your person, I feel especially, wants to work this out. They're done walking away. They're done running. Next one. I am planning a surprise engagement. I want to ask you to marry me. Will you say yes? Whoa. We do have make the effort and reconciliation, and that's one hell of an effort right there. So some of you guys might actually get a proposal of marriage. You never know, guys. You never know. And again, we've got that reflection card. You mirror each other, which again for me is twin flame energy. Okay, next one. It really hurts me to have to keep my distance, but I just can't give you what you deserve at this time. And that's why for some of you, that escapist card is coming through still. But it's hurting them too. I just feel for some of you guys, it comes down to timing, and this is your person. For those of you who resonate with that particular message coming through, letting you know that it hurts them too to keep their distance, but they're not ready. Just give them a little bit more time to get to a point where they can be ready to just stop running and ready to offer you that peace offer and reconciliation. Eventually, I'm just guided to tell you here that I feel pretty positive that you guys can still come back together. So even if they are keeping their distance for now, that's just a temporary thing that I'm feeling here for whoever's resonating with that. Next one. Life is too short to keep your feelings to yourself. I cannot stay silent any longer with these words hidden inside my heart and soul because they want to burst out of my chest and my mouth. I love you. They still love you. Now, some of these messages could certainly be coming from you to your person, whoever it is you're focused on. Last card. Love doesn't even begin to describe what I feel about you. There are no words to explain the depth of my feelings. And sometimes when a person just can't find the words, they just don't speak. You know, they hold it in, they push it down, or they try to escape from those feelings. That might be the person that you're dealing with. So a little bit more time is what's required here, I feel, for them to get their act together, to do the right thing, to come towards you, to reach out, to bring this peace offer in however way it's going to be presented to you. I know you guys have had to deal with a lot of drama regarding this connection, either self-imposed or you were thrown into a situation where you were just overwhelmed by all of this going on. But if you guys really want to be together, and I mean really be together long term, build a life together and truly be happy and just enjoy life, living life, you can have that. This is victory right here with that Six of Wands. Wheel of Fortune is blessing this reading. It's falling in your favor here, guys. So again, during this time, focus on you, work on yourself. I've been saying that a lot lately in my readings, but it's just coming through. It's a time to work on ourselves. And during this whole pandemic thing, everybody's staying home and just, having to live life in our own four walls. Perhaps this is the perfect time for you to work on yourself, not just physically, but spiritually, emotionally, Just work on yourself. Be able to fill that cup of love for yourself. And when the time is right, you guys can fix what's broken and move forward. That is what I'm picking up from that. All right. So let's add to this with some Lover's Oracle. Angels and spirit guides for my air signs, Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. Okay, these cards fell out of the deck and wanted to be communicated. We will grab them. And I'll grab the bottom card here. What do we have? Transformation. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. That's a good thing, because some of you have really been through some drama here. And there are changes that need to happen in this connection in order to move things forward. Love conquers and transforms all things, even difficult situations like third parties and betrayals. And somebody who's just not able to commit, somebody who's just not able to bring you what it is that you're looking for. I feel you guys can conquer whatever challenge you are facing in your personal relationship. Next message. It is important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone. Instead of placing your focus on another, now is the time to give to yourself. Exactly. And that's what that Ace of Cups is all about. Dedicating time to your journey, your self-improvement, loving yourself at this time. Next message. Don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do, for it is only in being true to yourself that you can be true to others. Perfect. I feel for those of you who dealt with infidelities and third parties specifically, or just a partner who was not coming forward with the best of intentions, or they were being shady or dishonest, however way that's being presented here. This card is definitely wanting you both to be able to interact and come from your place of truth. That's what's going to bring about healing in this connection. And this is the bottom of the deck. Look at that. A message for you. I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. That's your person, guys, coming through. And certainly you might resonate with that for the individual that you're focused on for this reading. The love is still in your heart space. All right, air signs. So let's close this out with some Journey of Love messages here. This is by Divine Essentials. Angels and spirit guides for Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. All right, your journey of love with the person that you're focused on for this reading. We'll grab 3 cards from this deck. And as always, take whichever one you're guided towards. Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. Jealousy. I've been watching you, okay? So for those who, again, have dealt with third parties, because I feel that's a good chunk of you that's coming through here resonating with this, dealing with someone tied into third party situations and infidelities here. So either they're checking you out from a distance, they're watching you, or you're watching them, whoever is resonating with that vibe. That's because either you're jealous or they're jealous, especially if there's a third party involvement there. The next card, look at this. I wanted you the moment I saw you. Seduction. You know, it's almost like love at first sight. The moment you saw this person, there was just that pull. And that's because for some of you that resonate with this reflection card, this is your twin flame. Soulmates too, you know. It's just that first initial meeting when you just felt that instant connection. Next card. Reminded of you constantly. Synchronicities. So you might also be noticing quite a few synchronicities around you right now when it comes to this connection. You know, you're just going about your day to day and seeing signs of this person, either their name, numbers, whatever it is. You're constantly being reminded of the connection. And they could be seeing the same things, experiencing the same things as well. And I just happened to glance at the next card. Look at this. I'm so cold without you. You are the warmth that represents this energy from this card. Without you, there's just that cold vibe that's surrounding them. And maybe you resonate with that for yourself too. You know, just that emptiness, that cold vibe, that energy. And when you guys are together, it's perfect, you know? You keep each other warm, and not just in a physical sense. There's that warmth in your heart space as well. So ultimately what I'm feeling here, guys, is yes, you guys are going through some challenges, but I do ultimately feel this is a situation that can be worked through. We do have the reconciliation card that's represented here. An apology that's forthcoming, forgiveness that needs to happen. So there's still a chance here that you and the person that you're focused on for this reading can work this out. The love is still here. And if you still want them back, and if they still want you back, if they're ready to just stop running, you guys can solidify this partnership once again. All right, guys, so that's where I'm going to leave this one. If you resonated with any part of this message, I do hope that it offered you clarity. And that's it for now. I will be posting way more videos. I've got a whole bunch more that I have to upload, so definitely stay tuned. And bonus readings coming up real soon. Take care, guys. See you next time.